Welcome back. Today's a leg day, man. It's a warm one. But we'll do alright. Hopefully stay cold in the gym today. The shorts are definitely the move, though. I like the cleaner look that pants can give you in the gym, right? But I don't know. I'd rather be comfortable than cool, if that makes sense. Today's those somersault squats again. I want to give those another shot. I feel like after doing a little bit of research, a little bit of revision, I have a long way to go with the proper form on them. However, I believe that they just might be one of the best quad movements that we have, next to like leg extension, right? But maybe we will find out exactly how much better one might be than the other. One thing I did notice is that I've got to get my feet a bit further up on the bar, like up ahead. That way, you're not supposed to necessarily get past a certain threshold for the movement. Like the range of motion is actually not as long as I think it is. Especially since my focus is just using the quads, right? We don't really need a lot of glute activation. We don't need much hamstring involvement because we do things that target those already. Especially today because I have the hip thrusts in there and I have hamstring curls. I have a lot of different stuff that will hit those adequately already. So, just not necessary. And sometimes you gotta wonder, right? Am I overcomplicating training? So I'm obviously thinking about that too. Am I trying too many different things at once just because they look interesting, or am I actually trying to make a better program for myself, right? And I think at this point, we don't really need to mess with the program too much. I think more so than anything else, we just have to really dial in the calories every single day. I think that the slip-ups on the weekends, or at times that I'm not in like my regular routine with work involved, are the days that I lose a lot of progress. Because then I decide, I don't need to track the calories. I don't need to do this. I don't have to do that. It doesn't exactly bode well when you're needing to, right? You're never going to be able to get where you want to be by only doing it 5 days a week, right? If you're only paying attention 5 days of the week, you got to pay attention every single day with this stuff. This is a lifestyle. This is not a hobby necessarily. Once you get to a certain threshold, right? If I want to be 200 pounds and fairly lean, first of all, we got to see if I can realistically make that. But secondly, we got to actually double down on the calories and all the other extra effort that's going to take, right? And I'm thinking that I should up the calories to about 4,100 right now. It might mean a little bit fat gain, a little extra fat gain throughout this month, but it'll probably bring me back to right around that 190 point. Hopefully within the next couple weeks here, but I'm getting a little tired of doing that little roller coaster here at this 185 to 187 range. So we're gonna get out of it. At any rate, I'm gonna get to work, see what I got to do, and after work, well, it's leg day, so we'll enjoy the workout. But stick around for these little rambles. As always, I like to say thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to. The like button's there too if you actually like the videos. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and let's get right into it. Alright, to be honest with you, I didn't even want to record the somersaults. I really wanted to dial in to see that I've got the right form, and I'll tell you what, I feel like I've kind of nailed it now, but I mean, that thing crippled me, essentially. I mean, we're pushing maybe 5 pounds. It's very, very humbling exercise-wise, so that'll just be the foreseeable future. Probably going to add a set of it too to see if I can really start pushing the volume on it. Maybe we can get a little better, a little bit faster, but nothing that really changes that too much. So we're going to jump right in with some hip thrusts instead. I apologize to all of you who are looking forward to seeing me really struggle with something that looks a lot basic. A lot more basic than it is. Let's see if we can make any more progress on this one. Kind of easy, to be honest. I think we're getting some worthwhile improvement out of the hip thrusts, especially. I need something that just works more of the lower back, the erector spinae stuff. I've been thinking about adding it as like an accessory, because I think that's the one thing I'm missing from my back right now. It'll help hide a lot of that spinal column. Whew. All right. I'm going to throw around the second set here. I'm actually going to keep the weight because we're getting so much progress out of this thing. And overall, I just feel good. I want to get the compounds out of the way first today, and then we'll just mess around with all the machines and whatnot. I want it to be a little more streamlined. Sometimes I'm in here too long on leg days because I'm bouncing from here to a machine back to here. It's like, well, I might as well just do them while I'm here, you know? Save myself a little bit of time. All right. I was not getting another one. Getting a lot better at getting the diaphragm and all that stuff in there. For this exercise in particular, it's always kind of evaded me to really keep the core super, super tight. But I think getting the hang of that is really helping get a lot of the activation in the glutes and stuff that I'm really looking for. And especially in the hamstrings, keeping everything stable. All right, let's get all this weight off this thing and move on to greener pastures. Just gonna try throwing around about 225 here. Nothing super heavy, but enough. It's always enough. Okay. I'm gonna do our last set here with 215. Quads are, I mean, they're feeling pretty crazy today. I still think those somersaults are gonna be a pretty good exercise to keep learning and getting better at. The weight itself doesn't really matter so long as the form is good, right? Everybody wants to lift heavy, but if you're just throwing it around, you're not doing anything right with it. It doesn't matter. Like I was doing the last time I did a somersault squat, starting around 35 on either end. Did it feel good to do that? Yeah. Was I really doing it with good form in a way that was actually emphasizing the quads? No. If you saw, like, my feet were basically in line with the bar. And when I was coming down, there was 2 movements of the joint. And you just want to have the one. You just want to have the hips follow up and just have these extensions. You don't want to have the glutes take over. You don't want the hamstrings in there at all. It's purely an isolated exercise, right? That's the goal anyway. So I feel like even if I'm sacrificing as much as, like, I don't know, 30 pounds or something ridiculous, if I'm doing it right, I think that matters more. But that's a pretty milquetoast opinion, right? Let's see, unless we can throw this around, though. Speaking of throwing things around. I'll take that. That's pretty solid. Alright, we've got leg curls. We've got adduction. We got calves and abs. So we're just about there. Definitely past the halfway point. All right. Oh man. We are going to do 225 here. Normally I do these at the beginning, but doing them now towards the end of the workout, I wonder how that's going to fare. Is it going to be in my favor or is it not, right? The order that you do exercises, well, not on the top of the totem pole, definitely matters, right? If I'm going to do, say, quad extensions before I squat, it might impact how the squats go that day. You know, it's an order, and the order itself will have all different outcomes, right? So it's good to normally keep that order the same every time. Less variables, the better, right? But give it a shot either way. No, go for it. Is that in the way for you? We'll find out. If so, feel free to kick it over. Let me give some abductors, or sorry, adductors a shot. Jesus. Let's get that for the next one. Last one. Jesus. Okay. I got just some accessories left. I'll get those done real quick. All right. Let's see if I can take just a quick look at the legs here today. I'm tired. And today's not really a cardio day, but I'm thinking I might do some. I think the somersaults are a pretty good wake up though for the quads in general, man. Like the quad stomp doesn't even look crazy today. Interesting. Legs are still a weak point, man. Now that we do them twice a week and all, but legs are just so long they're gonna come out probably last. They're really gonna take the longest to develop. I mean, the legs to torso ratio is not favorable, but what can you do? Gotta go do whatever else I gotta do, but I don't know how that goes. Until I see you guys again, make sure to be kinder than necessary. Peace.